Hi, you guys. Melissa here with My Academy. Wanting to share some information with you today on another strategy I use to engage students and parents. Communicating with students and parents or functioning family members is so important to student success. Research shows that the more teachers communicate with their students' families, the better chance that students have for success. So obviously with this in mind, and also with our current environment with COVID and the inability to meet with students in person, finding alternate ways to communicate is so important. So in this video, I'm going to share a few tips for how to engage students and parents or functioning family members through text messaging. One of the first things I do, especially when I have students that are under the age of 18, is I include parents in group messages with students. So you can see both of these text messages. There are two people in this text message here and here. And this way, the communication between both the student and parent is the same. So in these particular examples here, you can also see how I give a few specific hints and tips that parents can do to support their students at home. So down here, I gave this parent the suggestion that working with the student on the lesson activities, that I don't care if she gets every question correct. I just want her to focus on working through those problems. And here I gave the parent a suggestion for completing the hands-on activities in his science class and how she could help him with that. So again, engaging parents and having them be part of the process of learning at home is really, really important for our minor students. Okay, so moving forward, the next thing that we know about our student population is that not all students work on the same schedule. Therefore, I have found that creating a texting schedule based on when students prefer to work has been super helpful to engaging students in their coursework. Right? So asking students when you're first meeting them, hey, what's your schedule? When do you like to work? Do you have a job? Do you have to take care of your family? What's your schedule? And then noting that somewhere, either in, on your calendar or in a document where you then text those students at a certain time of the day. So in this example with Raymond, you can see I know this student has a full-time job and only has time to work in the evenings. So I set a reminder in my calendar to text Raymond and all of my other students who like to work in the evening around 8 p.m. Right? And you can see that students really enjoy that, right? Because Raymond has just gotten home from work. He's exhausted, but he knows now that, oh, I got to do schoolwork. So that has been super helpful for getting students to complete work. Next, I have found that setting a time every day, I typically do it early in the morning, to text students who have been completing work or assignments has done wonders for boosting student morale. So here you can see I took a screenshot of Cecilia's 2 mastery tests up here, both of which she earned mastery on, and sent her a text of how proud I am of her and how awesome she's doing. And I found that students respond really, really well to these types of messages. It just kind of gives them that boost, like, oh, like I did work and my teacher notices it, and students are really responding well to this type of text communication. So next, I also make a point to learn about students' texting culture and try to send emojis and memes and even use some of their types of language and phrases. In this particular exchange with a student, you can see over here, I took a picture of a completed mastery test that he did really well on, so he got 100%. And I also use it as an opportunity to check for this student's general understanding of the lesson. So here, I said, tell me something interesting you learned about the nervous system. And then he goes on to tell me what was super interesting about it, showing me that he really has mastery of what he learned. I did it again over here on another lesson, and he goes into a really great explanation of what he learned in the lesson. So that tells me not only, I'm giving this student kudos for completing work, but also on my end, I know that he understands what he learned. So finally, over here, this is kind of funny. So this student has taught me some of his lingo, his quote unquote lingo, and I have been trying to use it with him. So here I say, biology is amazing when you think about everything the body does for you without even thinking about it. It's insane. No kizzy. And then I say, you got to thank that body every day. So this no kizzy is one of his lingo terms that he uses with his friends and his buddies. And so I try to use it. Really, it just makes him laugh. Obviously here he's laughing with this emoji, and I kind of send the laughing emojis back. But I have found that this type of interaction really helps to develop the relationship with the student, even though it's just through text messaging. So, these are just some tips and tricks that I use with students, when I'm texting them, but I have found that using these tips really does work to develop the relationship, even though we can't see that student, in person, face to face. So, give these tips a try. Let me know how they work for you. And if you have any other tips, please share them with me. I'm always wanting to learn new things. So thank you guys, and have a great day.